Right, before we get started with this, I need to make this perfectly clear. Feel free to run your WONY however you wish at whatever level you wish. All this is if you are planning on farming WONY for resources, to optimize gear, to optimize a build, or even expertise, I'm just going to show you the numbers and the builds in which you're able to do this quickly and efficiently, as well as the time frame you are potentially looking at. This is going to be sort of like one of those mid-max things. Like, if you don't have it, don't worry about it. I personally don't have it. I don't have these builds. I don't run them like this. I know people that do. I know people that won't touch a WONY unless the entire group is mid-max to hell. I know other people that couldn't give a crap, and they just do whatever, whenever, however they please. However you want to do it is fine. Just know that the numbers I'm now going to provide for you are what is considered to be optimal. There is a lot of debate on this, so nothing is going to be absolutely set in stone. Some people will do it XYZ, some people will do it ABC. Happy? First of all, what is a WONY run? A WONY run consists of typically 4 people. You will have 1 runner and 3 carries. The runner is going to be the person who has completed the game previously and they've started a 2nd, 3rd or 4th character, so that upon completion they reacquire their WONY or SHD watch, Keena's watch, whatever you want to call it, and they get their SHD points back. This does require making a new character. Your 3 carries are going to be friends, acquaintances, people you've met in Discord, your mum's boyfriend, doesn't matter. 3 lovely people that have offered to help you out. These do not make a new character. These will stay on their normal level 40 characters with their maxed out builds, however they see fit. And they're going to literally carry the runner through Warlords of New York DLC expansion as a story. The reason players do this is quite simply SHD points. If you are of a certain level, doing a WONY run can literally be the difference between an optimized build or an unoptimized build. Expertise level 20, expertise level 3. The reason for this is upon completing Warlords of New York, killing Keena and getting his watch, whatever your SHD was previously prior to starting your new character, you will get that SHD points back minus 800. So if you are SHD 800, you're not really actually going to get anything back due to the rotation of the watch. However, if you are SHD 1800 for simple math, you are going to get 1000 spendable SHD points. If you're like me, and at the time of recording this I am level 9453, I am going to get 8653 SHD points back upon completing a WONY. This will vary depending on your level. It is literally your level minus 800 SHD points. Now, despite what I have previously said of having 1 runner and 3 carries, you might notice that in this particular one that I'm playing through now, there is 1 carry and 3 runners. This is because, depending on the experience of your team and who you're playing with, how you want to do it, and whether they are regularly farming WONY, they are able, if they are willing to, put together a certain build which allows them to pretty much one-shot everything, minus the named elites and the bosses, up to level 39. And then at level 39, I have the serious work that I need to do as the carry. However, this build, as just an example, it's all like headshot, but this build is quite simply this. We have 3-piece Araldi for headshot damage and the damage to armor, 2-piece D&H for the headshot damage and the critical hit chance, and we got a D&H piece for the pistol damage. I'm not too sure as to whether it's punch drunk or not. The hardest part of all of the entire build, is pretty much all of it is crafted and then just rolled to headshot, is the level 30 Regulus, which I believe, as you can see, it's Hutchler, You should also have seen the score, so it's level 30, it's score 499. But I do believe at some point Hutcher is going to talk about a build like this on his channel and explain how to get the level 30 Regulus. The short version, just in case you can't wait, is if you have a level 40 Regulus on like in your stash or whatever, make your new character, pick it up from the stash, and then you recalibrate it and it will put it down to level 30 for you from level 40. Bit weird, bit wacky, but if you have people running this build, they can basically solo clear WONY by themselves pretty damn quickly and effectively. They don't really need a carry, or if they do need a carry, it's just to get them from 39 to 40. They're completely capable of basically one-shotting their way through the WONY by themselves, which is how we have it now. I have Hutchler, Steben, and I believe Tobu, who I am attempting to carry through the WONY. And we're basically just going to divide and conquer. They're going to go to one mission, I'm going to go to another. Once I reach the end area for the boss, I let them know and wait, which is why on certain points you can see me just sort of standing there. I'm basically waiting at checkpoints for the guys to finish off what they need to do so they can fast travel to me to get the expert experience so that they're able to hit level 40 in maximum time. Depending on your group, and for it to be like an efficient WONY, you are looking at around 2 hours per clear, roughly. I do know people that are able to get it down to like an hour. These are seriously sweaty runs though, and everyone is maximum optimization. And I do know people that just casually run it and get it done in like, I don't know, 4-ish hours. Depending on what you're trying to do, whether you're doing it just for a laugh or fun. Having it done within a certain time frame is considered to be optimal or suboptimal. But this is largely going to be down to your group and how you particularly are wanting to run it. 2 hours, I would say, is like a good area, though. If you're able to get your WONY done in 2 hours, you're on track for doing some seriously decent WONY farming in an optimal manner. So, how do we set up your WONY farm? Well, you will need whoever your runners are. These are going to be people making a new character between 1 and 3. I do not advise having 4 runners. You will need at least a minimum of 1 carry. The reason for this is, once you have made your new character, you will need to run through the start of WONY. This has to be done solo. You kill a few Rikers, you go to the Senate building, I believe, or something, and then you'll make your way to Haven. You'll speak to Rhodes. After you've spoken to Rhodes, you are now able to enter multiplayer within Warlords of New York DLC. Other players of level 40 or people of a higher level are able to join you, but you are not able to join people who are level 40 and have completed WONY. So once you start this, you are kind of locked into doing WONY on that character. Once you've decided who the host is, you will all join that host's game, be it 1, 2 or 3 runners and minimum of 1 carry or 3 carries. And that carry is immediately upon joining the host's game, which will be a runner, will fast travel to one of the safe houses. There are 4 in total. Once you're there, the runners will join or fast travel to that player, which will put them inside the safe house. They can then interact with the console, the laptop, as well as the NPC inside to unlock. This will allow you to skip some of the starting missions, such as for Parnell, you don't need to find the drone, just go to the safe house and it will skip the drone bit for you. So once you have one safe house unlocked, get your person who is carrying to move to the next, and then the next, and then the next, till you have all 4 safe houses unlocked. You will then wish to either divide and conquer, depending on your setup. If you have 3 carries and 1 runner, 3 carries can go to 3 of the main missions, while the runner joins one of the carries on one of them, not forgetting to push through to the side missions. This essentially means you're going to get all of the XP for basically doing none of the work. This is pretty much how you want it, so that you're able to get both you as the runner and the carries out of the mission and Warlords of New York as quickly as possible, so that you're able to have maximum time spending those damn SHD points. So, at what point or level is running WONY actually even worth it? Well, the decided minimum, really, that a lot of players will consider worth it is going to be 1,500 for doing recalibrations, 2,500 for optimizations, and 4,500 if you're farming expertise. These are, just as I have said here, suggested minimums. This does not mean that if you are below 4,500 SHD that you should not be running WONYs if you are wanting to do expertise stuffs. It is more just a thing of, if you are spamming your SHD points for printer filaments for your SHD, it would be advisable for you to be of SHD 4,500, so that you are able to get the most out of your time from running a WONY to spending those points. It will also take, if you have 0 resources on any of your characters, it will also take you 5,100 SHD points, meaning you'd need to be a minimum of 5,900 to fully max out every resource on one character. So depending on what it is you're wanting to do, there are different thresholds in which you should aim to be at. Polite way of saying it. Now, if you really are wanting to be as optimal as possible to get the most out of your WONYs, as well as not completely sacrificing all of your time, there are spreadsheets on this which I will endeavour to find and either get the people that make them to post as comments and I will pin them, or I will make the comment, pin it, and then add the spreadsheet as per. This will also allow me to expand on it if new information does arise, so I'll probably do the latter. However, one thing to note is it is generally better to do the main missions before the side missions, as the main missions will always give a fixed amount of XP, where the side missions get a level multiplier on them. So the higher level you are, the more XP you get from doing them, blah blah blah. So it is worthwhile just noting that main missions will always give the same XP regardless of level, so it's generally best to get them out of the way first, so then afterwards doing side missions you will get more XP from them, allowing you to get to level 40 without too much extra fuss. I believe one of our clan mates, or a friend of ours, Myers, has a ton of spreadsheets on this, which hopefully I can convince him to leave a comment somewhere, or at least send me the spreadsheet. Anyway, that is just about going to do it for this video. Hopefully this will bring about a bit more help for you if you do plan on running WONYs in the future, or if you are doing WONYs but want to speed it up or make it a bit more optimal, or just generally wondering if there's a certain build you could be using. One thing I have neglected to say is, if you are the carry in WONY, an Eclipse build is god tier. It basically clears entire missions in minutes, as is Pestilence. Eclipse is generally best used against Rikers. The only reason I say Rikers specifically is there are a few, mainly the Chungers, from Cleaners who are magically immune to fire. For this is why I have been using Pestilence. It's pretty damn handy. So yeah, a Pestilence build or an Eclipse build. If not, and you've got the resources to do so, and you have a pretty good aim, your standard Regulus build will pretty much allow you to carry whoever, whenever, through the game, as easy as you are accurate. Anyway, have fun, good luck, don't die. It's bad for the health.